Good day, everyone. My name is Marlon Grech, Chief Technology Officer at RightShip. I would like to welcome you to this exciting webinar, where we will be unveiling RightStore, our groundbreaking solution for democratizing maritime data. I'm thrilled to have you join us today as we embark on this journey together. Before we dive into the details of RightStore, let me give you a brief overview of today's agenda. We have an action-packed session planned, designed to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of this platform and its capabilities. First, I will provide a concise introduction to RightStore, focusing on our vision to democratize maritime data. In these 5 minutes, I will share how RightStore aims to break down entry barriers and empower customers to access data. Following this introduction, I will dive into a detailed 40-minute demo of RightStore. This demo will showcase the platform's functionality, its interface, and the seamless experience it offers for accessing and utilizing data. We will walk you through the various features and demonstrate how RightStore brings new ways of how to interact with RightShip and access data. Finally, we will conclude with a dedicated Q&A session where I will address any questions you may have. A reminder to please use the Q&A button in Zoom to post your questions, and we will do our best to answer as many as possible. I would like to also take a moment to let you know that after the webinar, you will receive a survey to provide us with feedback. Please take note of this URL. We really value your thoughts and insights, and to us, these are invaluable. And we would greatly appreciate your participation in helping us improve RightStore and the overall experience to you, our customers. I encourage you to sit back and enjoy the session as we start our journey with RightStore and a new digital engagement. Again, thank you for joining us, and let's make the most of this session. All right, so let's start with me sharing the screen, and we'll start with the 5-minute. All right, I hope I pressed the right buttons and you can now see the screen. So in these 5 minutes, I want to give you a very brief understanding of how we plan to democratize maritime data with RightStore. For those that followed our LinkedIn and also maybe our Singapore Maritime Week event, you might have already seen some of this. But in the next 5 minutes, let's have a quick overview of how RightStore is going to introduce a new way of interacting with RightShip. We plan to do this in really 3 key steps. The first step is that we're launching RightStore. I mean, that's why we're all here today in this webinar. The idea and how we came with this new initiative to launch an e-commerce platform was through an ambition for reach, for greater reach. Today, to interact with RightShip, you need to enroll into what we call an annual subscription, an information service subscription where you get access to the RightShip platform. But we believe that this is a one-size-fits-all that really needs changing and needs improving. So we want to augment this model with RightStore. With RightStore, anyone will be able to go to rightstore.com on the 5th of June when we are launching our beta and create an account. For those of you that already have an existing account with RightShip on the RightShip platform, you don't need to do anything. You will automatically be onboarded on the RightStore platform. For those that do not have an account on the RightShip platform, so they are not subscribers of the RightShip information services package, you can still create an account by going to RightStore.com and click the Join Now button, which I will show in the demo. By creating RightStore and by launching this new store system, we are removing all the entry barriers so that you can come to this platform and explore all the different products. With RightStore, we're not just creating a store, right? But there's a big focus on the products themselves. I mean, we can build a great store, but unless the products that we build are really providing value to you, then really we're wasting each other's time. So we're delivering a new set of products and apps on RightStore. Think of RightStore as for something that maybe is more familiar to your everyday lives, the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, right? Where if you're looking for a particular app for a productivity or for whatever you need, you go to this store, you look for the app, you install it, and off you go. We want to provide a similar experience. So we're delivering a new set of products and apps on the store. And what's really great about this is that now that we have a store, it means that we don't need to always rely on the traditional subscription. And in fact, with RightStore, you will see that we're launching an exciting new pay-per-use option, which we will demo in a few minutes, whereby if you like an app, you can install it and you can transact one app at a time. Thirdly, we want to build this ecosystem to also foster collaboration with partners, existing partners of RightShip and future partners of RightShip. We see this store as a platform where it's not just about RightShip data, but it's about data that is essential to you, our customer. So if you have, if there is data that is needed for your workflow to get your job done, to make a better decision, then we encourage you to come to us, because you will see in the very near future that besides having RightShip apps, there will be a number of other partners hosting their apps on RightStore, making sure that when it comes to you, our customer, you find whatever you need with a very easy and integrated manner. With all that said, let's jump straight into it and let's go into the demo. So as I was saying, on the 5th of June, which is very soon, we're very excited and busy, we will be launching RightStore. We will be launching under a beta release. A beta release means that you will still get all the functionalities, but it also serves to set the expectation that, hey, RightStore is still in infancy and it still requires a bit of polishing. And that's why we need you, our customers and subscribers, to be able to give us feedback so that we can improve this platform together. So on the 5th of June, whoever goes on RightStore.com, existing customer or not, you will all see this page that I have on screen, where basically there is a product catalog that is available, and you can browse all the products by going to RightStore.com. Without even creating an account, you will still be able to see all the products. All the products are categorized by audience, and they are also categorized by categories. So for example, if you are a ship manager or owner, then you might want to filter using these filters. let's say you're an owner and manager and you're interested in risk solutions. Then by using these filters, you can quickly narrow down and personalize the whole list to whatever you need. For those that do not hold a RightShip subscription today, this blue button over here will be a very important feature. For those that already have a subscription, so if you already have a login to the RightShip platform, you will use the sign in button and you will log in to the platform. But if you don't hold a login to the RightShip platform, and hence you don't have one for RightStore, then you will use this Join Now button. By clicking the Join Now button, you will launch our self-onboarding process, where basically you will be asked to enter the first name, last name, and the company email address. It's very important that here you enter the company email address and pressing the Join Now button. This will then send an email to you so that we can verify that you entered the right email, and then from there you will be asked some other metadata to be able to join the RightStore platform. The reason I say it's very important to enter a company email address is because, as we will see in the demo, when a user is always tied to a company, allowing that if, for example, two users from the same company register to RightStore, then one account is created in RightStore with two user accounts. This makes then collaboration between this team within the same company much simpler, where, for example, you can share report data together, and likewise many other things that you can do because of this hierarchical system within the store. So let's go ahead. In my case, I'm not going to join now. I mean, I have already an account, so let's go ahead and I'm going to sign in. So in my case, what also happened here is that we support single sign-on, and because I'm already logged in to my Windows environment, we automatically logged in without having to enter your user and password. The moment that you log in, new functionality will show up on the store. Over here, as you can see, the prices appear. So because now because you are logged in, you can also transact rather than having this store in read-only mode. Now this store opened all its functionalities. In the product section, you will see 4 types of products. At least you will see 4 types of products when we launch our beta, because I can assure you that in the months to come, there will be many more products that will be added to the store. But to start off, on the 5th of June, the 4 categories of products that you will see are one-off purchases, which is an exciting new product type that we offer. So an example of a one-off purchase is a trade check or a vessel check, where basically when you go inside the vessel check, you will see that the whole idea of a vessel check is that you select a vessel and you run the RightShip baseline criteria on that vessel so that you can get a list of actions that are required. So for example, for those familiar to the RightShip vetting baseline, PSC closeouts that are due to a particular vessel will be highlighted as actions. For instance, if there are any class certificates that you need to upload, or if maybe your vessel requires a RightShip inspection. This means that what a one-off purchase means that what you would do is that you would make the purchase, in this case, $120, without having to commit to any subscriptions. You do one transaction, if you like it, then you can either do more one-offs or you can convert it into a subscription. However, if because of your business, a one-off makes more sense, then you can opt for this model. We will have another type of product, which is Power BI reports. And here I can show a couple. So for example, here I have one that is $200 and one that is completely free. Because keep in mind, it's very, very important that not all apps within this store will be paid apps. In fact, I can say that the majority of the apps will actually be free. This means that by creating an account, you will have access to these apps, which again, going back to something that everyone is familiar with, if you ever used an iPhone or an Android device, it's very common to install free apps and use them. And likewise, we want to offer a similar experience. So the other type of product that I want to show is Power BI report subscriptions. So report subscriptions mean that, again, it's a one-off. You're not committing to a subscription in the sense that you need to commit to an annual subscription. But in this case, if I want a company rating history report, then I would go in, I would request this report, and this will, for $200, this will give me this report for a 1 month access, meaning that for 1 month, I will have this report. And then it will be up to me if I want to renew for another month or not. Of course, both the one-off purchase and these, we call them micro subscriptions, can be converted to full-blown traditional subscriptions. But that will be up to you. Through RightStore, you will be able to transact and try out these products. The other product type that I want to show you is the request for quote product. So today, if you want to engage with RightShip and if you want to try out a product or service, the only way to do that is by communicating with a key account manager or support. There is no way how you can self-service. And with RightStore, this is one of our aims. We want to, as much as possible, we want to provide you with a self-service mean, a digital engagement mechanism. So the request for quote products are also products that will come very handy. So let's say, for example, here I have Maritime Emission Portal. I'm interested in this. I go through the product. I like what I see, and I actually want to purchase a software. I want to inquire for a quotation. In that case, you can use these product types, the request for quote product types. And again, to touch on the fourth product type, which are free products. And you will see loads of these free products, as you can see over here. These free products are mostly either apps or also lessons learned that you can download freely from within RightStore. So let's go ahead and actually try out a flow where we purchase a product. And let's start with a company rating history. So here, I'm gonna go on the company rating history. I can see information on why this insight is useful. I can see examples of and screenshots of what I will get. And if I'm interested in this, I will press the Request Now button. By pressing the Request Now button, you will go into the checkout page. Now, this page, I'm pretty sure that is familiar to everyone on this webinar. If you ever bought something online, then this page is familiar to you. So in here, what happens is we have our checkout where we're highlighting what you're going to purchase, the quantity, and the total, right? What might not be so familiar is this section over here, the balance. And we will discuss this in more detail, but let me give you some context. When we launched RightStore, all of you that are in this webinar, you are registered as early adopters because you've joined this group, and hence you will receive $2,000 of free store credit. This means that on the 5th of June, when you go to RightStore and you try to make a purchase, you will see 2,000 being your standing balance. This is a balance at company level, meaning that, let's say, for example, it's myself and a colleague that are associated with the same company, then we're sharing that 2,000 balance together. We call this RightStore credit, or store credit in short. And with every purchase that you will be doing, you will draw down from this company budget. If this budget then runs out, there is a top-up process, which we will go through in a minute. Just a heads up, because probably many are asking these questions in their head. It's not just, so RightStore credit is how we're launching on beta on the 5th of June. It is not going to be the only payment method. In fact, I can already tell you that we're already working on a number of other ways how you can make purchases without having prepaid store credit as your company budget. All right, so the checkout page, it's showing us what we are about to purchase and the balance that we have. It's telling us we have sufficient balance, so I'm gonna go ahead and place the order. When I place the order, then you will receive an email confirmation with the order details that you just purchased, and from here we can then go to actually view the product. So here we'll see the first integration to the RightShip platform, where from RightStore, we will seamlessly transition into the RightShip platform. So as soon as I go view product, you will be redirected to the actual product itself. In this case, I purchased the company rating history for 1 month access. So we landed on the RightShip platform, where the platform is now asking me, hey, you want the rating history for which company? So here I'm gonna enter the company and I will submit. And by doing so, by submitting this additional metadata, I will have then fulfilled my order, meaning that by submitting this metadata now, the platform has enough information to fulfill the order, and we can then present to you the report. Over here, as you can see on the screen, we have Decide Limited, which is the name of the company that I selected, rating history, where here you have a live dashboard of the fleet safety score and the fleet GAG ratings. And because this is a history report, you also get the history over time. What's really cool about these reports is that they are not static reports, and you will see this in all Insight reports. They are interactive reports, meaning that you can choose, for example, if you can filter down the data by using these drop-downs. If, for example, you're interested in a particular vessel type for this fleet, then you can select the vessel type over here. So if I filter by RoRo range and apply filters, then the data will automatically adjust accordingly. Likewise, I can play with the date or even the period of how to split the data. This is just an example of one product, of one app in RightStore. But as you can imagine, there will be many, many more of these products in the months to come. And by all means, and it's very important that I reiterate this, we want your feedback. And that's why it's very important to submit the survey. We want to hear what you want to see in this store. All right, so we've made a purchase from RightStore, and we saw how after we checked out that order, RightStore automatically pushed us back to the RightShip platform. But now for those that are existing customers here on the webinar, maybe it would be interesting to also see the interaction with RightStore through the platform itself. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to navigate to a vessel on the RightShip platform. This is a view that for those that have a RightShip subscription, you're very much used to this. You're used to this view, but most people will probably not have seen this button over here, the request now. In fact, if we look a bit closer, we will see also this banner at the top that is something new, that where we're announcing the beta launch of RightStore, and also we have a link so that you can navigate easily from the platform to RightStore within the platform itself. Within the vessel page itself, you will see this Request Now button. Now, for those that have an information services subscription, usually what you would do is you would navigate to a vessel, you would look at its activities, and you would figure out what, if you need to upload a closeout or whatever is needed by you, depending on your roles. If you're a ship manager, you'll be looking to upload data for closeout and stuff like that. Or if you're an owner, then maybe you're looking at some other data points. With the Request Now button, what we envision is that we want to provide you more productivity tools. So in this case, for example, I have this vessel, Attar. I'm going to Request Now. And here in the first section, I'm seeing the services from within my existing subscription. So for example, if I'm a charterer and I run vetting, then this is how usually I start the process. But besides the existing product offerings, you will see a new section for exploring products on RightStore. This is a very familiar view, right? Because 10 minutes ago, when we were in this store, this is looking exactly like the store. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to provide you with an in-app experience, meaning that within the platform itself, we want to feature products that make sense depending on where you are. So in this case, you were looking at a vessel, and we think that these products might make sense while you are viewing a vessel. So let's say, for example, you're a ship manager or you're an owner and you want to run a vessel health check. Now, today, you can run a vessel health check manually by looking at the activities page, inspecting the data, making sure that everything is in place so that you take action, right? With, for example, vessel health check, which is one of our one-off purchase products, you will be able to create an automatic check where we will run the vessel against the RightShip baseline criteria, and automatically we will list all the actions that you need to take, making a productivity gain and making sure that you don't miss on anything. So in this case, let's try and make a purchase so that I show you the experience from the platform into RightStore. I'm gonna go ahead and click the vessel health check. This will do is it will take you again seamlessly to RightStore. And here I can see all the details of the product. If I like this product, then I'm going to press the request now. I press the request now, and here I can see the new balance, which deducted the 200 from before, and I'm going to commit to make this purchase. Now I have the new balance. If we go view product, then again, seamlessly, we're going back to the RightShip platform, where the actual product that I purchased, the vessel health check, will show me on the data. It's confirming that I want this vessel attired as the vessel that I want to see. And then the platform will start processing your order. Again, we provided the metadata, and now the platform can go into the order fulfillment mode. In this case, it's starting the vessel health check, so it's running this vessel against our data warehouse, checking all the baseline criteria rules, so that then it emits back a list of actions for the ship manager or owner to take. So right now we can see that the order went in, and it is processing the order for the vessel health check. Taking more time than I was expecting, but that's why it's beta. Let's refresh the page. And there we go. We have the results back. As you can see, what happened here is that we gave the platform a vessel, and it ran the RightShip baseline criteria. And it's surfacing all the actions that me, as the ship manager or owner, need to take. So here I can see that this vessel requires a RightShip inspection. And it's not just telling me that it requires a RightShip inspection, it's also giving me a link so that I actually perform the action. So in this case, there is the request inspection button that when you press it, it's going to take me to the inspection form so that I can start the process. So again, here I'm just showing one other app, and as you can imagine, we can build many of these apps much quicker, being that now we have this ecosystem for RightStore. All right, so let's go back to RightStore. I'm going to press the RightStore button, which will take me to the store. Let's quickly go through a request for quote. So let's say, for example, we were on the Maritime and Mission portal before. Let's say that I want to request this. Or maybe let's say that I want to request a quote for a RightShip management audit. All you have to do with RightStore, you can start this process anytime you want. Meaning you go online, you go on this store, you read about this particular product, and if you're interested, then you press request now. A very similar flow will follow, whereby there is the confirmation page, making sure that you didn't click by mistake. Once you confirm the request, in this case, a request is sent to our commercial team system, and it will then prompt a key account manager to reach out to you so that you can start the process of quoting for this particular service. Sometimes this will require additional input, and for the time being, that will be done manually by the key account representative. And lastly, but very importantly, I want to show you a free download. So in this case, there are two types of free products. There are, for example, this one, which is a 1-month access report for global abandonment of seafarers. But let's have a look at maybe something else, like safe means of access. So you would click on the product just like you would do with any other product. You would look into it. If you like what you see and you want to get the report, all you have to do is place the order. The only difference is that this is free, so no credit will be deducted from your account. I'll place the order, I'll view the product, and off we go. We get the data that we wanted. All right. One important thing is, where are all these orders managing? If you are using an e-commerce platform, you're used to having a dashboard where you see all your orders. And likewise, we wanted to provide a similar experience. So over here, if I go on the account details, you will see that here I can see all the purchase history and all the quote history. The purchase history, so for example, if I go to this one, which was the vessel health check that we did, if I click on it, I will get all the details. Again, here you have the view product page, so that within RightStore itself, you can go and access that product. It's very important to know that the purchase history is giving you the purchase history from within your organization. So going back to what we said in terms of, for example, myself and a colleague being linked to the same company, then what this will mean is that in this list, you will see both my orders and my colleagues' orders, basically all orders for the company. One thing that's also important is, how will you be able to top up? And again, I want to make sure that this is clear. When we go live on the 5th of June, this will be how you can do top-ups to start with. However, rest assured that this will not be the only way. We are looking to introduce new payment methods. However, on the 5th of June, if you want to use this and you run out of your 2000 free credit, then this is the functionality that you will be following. So in the account, you will see the top-up button. Once you press the top-up button, there will be a list of bundles that you can purchase. We have a 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000 bundle. Of course, if you want a custom bundle, let's say you want a 6,000 bundle or a 2,000 bundle or whatever, then the only way how you can do this is by contacting your key account manager. However, if you do it from within this store, let's say you pick the 10,000 bundle, then again, here we will give you all the information about this bundle. For example, this bundle, even though it's 10,000, you will actually get the value of 11, meaning that when we add this bundle to your balance, instead of seeing 10,000, you will actually see 11,000. So there's 1,000 that is free credit because you purchased this bundle. When you say request top-up bundle and you confirm the request, this will go to our key account manager. The key account manager then will manage the payment with the respective customer. Again, this is our beta launch. It's the initial launch of how we're starting this, but very soon you will see things such as credit card payments and also other ways like invoices. Very good. People are pinging me here saying that I'm talking way too much and I'm running out of time. So quickly, we're going to go now into Q&A. All right. So the first question that we have here is, how can I make payments on RightStore? So this is a great question, and I guess I already answered it in my session. But let me make sure to repeat this, as it's very important. In the beta version of RightStore, the primary method will be that of store credit, as we just saw now, and as we saw with the top-up. This means that you can apply for a top-up from within the RightStore platform itself, and this would be prepaid, a prepaid budget to a particular company. However, it's very important to know that this will not be the only payment option available. We are actively working on introducing additional methods such as credit card payments for smaller purchases, and also a pay per invoice option. Pay per invoice option will be available to our existing subscribers, so those that have a full RightShip subscription. However, there will also be the option where you can apply for the pay per invoice method, even if you created an account for free. But obviously, there will be an agreement to go into for the payment terms and all of that, which are related to the invoice. Of course, here I want to remind everyone that we're in the crawl phase of RightStore. So please, whatever payment method you think would make sense to you as a company, we would love to hear that because it's crucial in shaping the future of RightStore. All right, I'm gonna go to the next question. What is the difference between RightStore and my current RightShip subscription? This is a great question, which I partially addressed, but let's go into a bit more detail because it's a very important item to cover. The main difference between RightStore and your current RightShip subscription lies in the way you access and utilize our products and services. With a RightShip Info Service subscription, today you have access to the entire platform. This is often bundled with other services, such as vetting, for example. So there's also an SLA tied to these services. However, if you want to explore new products and services beyond your subscription, the only way how you can do it today is if you contact our commercial team or your account manager, and they can go through it yourself. There is no way how you can self-service. Today, to discover new products, it's not as easy as it should be. And with RightStore, we want to address that. RightStore will offer this self-service approach. And this approach, what's really cool about it is it's not only going to be for existing customers, but it will also be for new customers. In fact, it will be for everyone. Everyone will have that freedom to browse the products, discover the products that we offer in this store, and sometimes that maybe our partners are offering in RightStore. And it will enable you to instantly make purchases, right? So for new customers, this is key, because this means that those customers that the RightShip traditional subscription was not a good fit, now there's a new model how to interact with RightShip, where basically we realize that in today's day and age, we cannot have a one-size-fits-all, but instead we are creating this new ecosystem to invite everyone to join and to be able to leverage data. Hence, the democratizing maritime data slogan that we went for RightStore. Okay, I'm gonna go for another question. If there are multiple registrations to RightStore from from the same company, will this be counted as one registration under the company or as individual registration? Is a very good question. Again, I think I touched on it slightly. When you are creating an account, what the registration process will do is it will look at your domain name, meaning the part in your email that says @ and the company name.com. And it will use that to link users together. So for example, if I'm marlon.grech@rightship.com and I have my colleague Tyrone at rightship.com, then because both of us are at rightship.com, we will be linked to the same account. Meaning that when you go to the accounts page, you will see each other's orders. If you want to share data from one account to another, it will be very, very easy. So the answer to that is that no, you will not have individual accounts. You will have individual user accounts, but linked to one company account. Right, I'm gonna go to the next question. I'm conscious that we only have 10 minutes left. Can we restrict who within the company can spend the credits in RightStore? So yes, so you will be able to do this. While we will launch in the beta phase, the only way how you will be able to do this though is by contacting our support team. So the functionality to limit the credit spending is a functionality that we already made available. Again, we're conscious that our customers are companies, and sometimes you need to manage the access rights, and especially if there's spend in place, you need to have several limits to be in place. When we launch in the beta phase, we will not have a self-service for this. However, meaning that you will not be able to configure this yourselves. However, you can reach out to our support, provide us these details, and we'll be able to apply them. Can purchase data be viewed by members with the same company? So again, we touched on this already. Yes, this is actually something that we wanted to get right from day one. We want RightStore to be a platform for collaboration. We want RightStore to have that context of who our customer is, which is, it's usually a team of people. And for that reason, yes, data sharing is one of the key functionalities that we make sure is available within the platform. Today, I showed how, for example, if you purchase one report, then that report is available to others. I did not go into the platform itself, but for example, if you delve deeper, and I'm sure you guys will once you have access, you will see that, for example, if you purchase a company report, then that report will feature for everyone within the organization, and they can easily access that without even going to RightStore itself. So yes, the answer is yes, data can be viewed by all members within the same company. Gonna go to the next question. Will the free products like enclosed space entry change over time? Will customers receive updates when new topics are available? So as a registered user, yes, we will send an email notification whenever we have a new product. So because you are a registered member, we will automatically subscribe you to this mailing list, so that whenever we publish a new product or even an update to an existing product, then we will send you an email with all the details, so that then you can go in the store and experience that for yourself. I'm gonna go to the next question. Can all users from the company make purchases in RightStore, or is it restricted to dedicated personnel? Again, this question I also touched on in a previous question. By default, there will be no such restriction, meaning everyone within an organization will be able to make purchases. However, if you as a company want to make changes, then please contact us and we can apply them from the administration side. There is no self-service method to configure this, so the only way to do this will be by contacting our support. Again, this is the beta phase. However, in future, you can expect that there will be additional functionality for such. All right, people here, my team is pinging me that I'm going slightly over time. So let's wrap this up. So first of all, thank you all for joining today and taking the time to explore the exciting possibilities of RightStore. We hope that the demo has showcased the immense value and potential that this platform holds. I want to remind you, your feedback is incredibly important to us as we continue to enhance RightStore. So please, we encourage you to share your thoughts and suggestions by completing the survey that we will be shortly sending out. Alternatively, if you don't manage to get to the survey, please feel free to reach out to us directly. We want to hear your feedback, so please send it our way. Once again, we appreciate your participation and look forward to continuing this journey with you. Thank you very much.